there. Worked with a guy by the name of Buster Posey. Anybody heard of him? Pretty good guy. He was with us for 50 games, hit 390 in AAA for us, and then went up and got Rookie of the Year. So that was a pretty good year for us. And in 2010, I think we won the World Series. Yeah, that was the first one. And then the next year, in 2011, as Kevin mentioned, I went to the Arizona Fall League. I got a chance to work with our shortstop for the big league team by the name of Brandon Crawford. You guys see that guy hit a big grand slam against the Pirates in the wild card game? And our second baseman that year was a guy by the name of Joe Panic, who played second base for the Giants this year. He was on that team. Kevin mentioned Will Milbrooks. We also had Bryce Harper. We had Mike Trout. We had Hank Conger. We had, let's see who else. And led us to our second World Series title in 3 years. That was pretty cool. And then in 2013, I went back to Richmond and got Joe Panic for a full season, get a chance to work with him to get him ready for 2014, which we just finished. Which, by the way, what did we just do?
Won the World Series again.
Sorry, we won our third World Series in 5 years. Sorry about it. But I don't know if you guys know this, but our general manager is actually a guy by the name of Brian Sabian. Anybody know where he's from? Brian Sabian? Anybody here from Concord, New Hampshire? That's where Brian Sabian's from. Okay? My boss is actually from Concord, New Hampshire, and our Major League assistant hitting coach, Joe LaFay, actually lives up in Concord still. So he comes back here during the off season. But there are some ties to New England, and I know that it's very exciting to be part of the Giants organization. I didn't know a lot about them.
3 World Series in 5 years. I know you guys, how many Red Sox fans you got? Okay, you guys can have your 3 World Series you've had in the 2000s, but we've had 3 in 5 years, so let's see if we can win the next one. You guys can have the Panda. You guys have the Panda now. You got Pablo. Good luck with him. Okay, have fun with him. He's a good guy. He'll have fun. Cheer him on. Support him because he needs it. But I'll take the guys we have over there still. We got a pretty good club, so it should be. I'm hoping Giants and Red Sox World Series next year. What do you guys think? You like
yeah.
All right. Now, to make sure that we're ready to go, I want to see how smart this group is. I want to see how well we pay attention. You guys think you can follow directions? All right, I want you to do exactly what I do. Put your hands out like this. Everybody, put your hands out like this. Do exactly what I do. Here we go. You ready? Let's see if we can wake up a little bit and get this going. Here we go. Come on, let's go. Do exactly what I do. Ready? Here we go. Do exactly what I do. Here we go. I'm going home. You guys got them?
They can hit though, Coach.
Can you guys hit? Because you don't listen. Let's try again. Do exactly what I do. Here we go. Nice and relaxed, evenly distributed. Start the weight in our center of our body right here. It's going to be in the center of our body. We're just going to kind of flex a little bit. Give me a little bit on your legs to get ready to hit. All right? So if I was to ask you what starts your swing, what starts all their swings? Anybody know? What's the first thing that starts their swing? Go ahead and swing, all of you, right from there. Go ahead and swing again. What's the first thing they do? Yeah, they pick their foot up, right? So every one of these guys right now is picking their foot up and their swing's starting to go as soon as their foot comes up. Everybody notice that with all of them? So what's happening right now is there's no separation between their swing and their stride. And the key to hitting, guys, is what we call separation. Separating and getting your body in position to be able to take a swing before you actually go forward. You got to get your front foot down and gain resistance to hit against. Otherwise, you're not going to create power for back. Go ahead. Load up. Load. Pick your foot up. Put it down. Okay, just like this. Okay, go ahead. Right there. Feel that right there? How much more powerful does that feel? Does that look better? Their head and eyes aren't moving anymore. The ball's not speeding up on them anymore, right? They're in a good position to hit right now. Right from there. Right from there to get ready to hit, okay? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little clap drill. Pick up your bats. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clap once. When I clap once, they're going to load up like they're going to punch the pitcher in the face. They're going to load their weight from the center of their body to the back side. They're going to score all that energy up here to be able to deliver it to the swing. So on the first clap, load and stride. On the second clap, what are you going to do? You're going to swing. You guys ready? Here we go. Okay, now when we load and stride, all we're doing is this. I'm going to do that clap drill. I'm going to clap once, you load and stride, and clap again, you swing. Let's see if you get a hit off the top one. Bases loaded, bottom of the ninth inning. Everybody ready? 0-0 count. You guys nervous? I'm nervous. Start at the top one. 0-0 count, base loaded, bottom of the ninth. Ready? Here we go. Strike one. He throws 98. Let's go. No balls, one strike. Who gets top one? Here we go. Ready? change up. Or split, or curveball, or... Wait a minute, are you saying that they can do that legal? You don't have to throw every pitch under. So you're saying every pitch... I want you to separate on the clap. Separate on the first one, swing on the second one. Ready? Here we go. Good, do it again. Ready? Here we go. Get ready. Nice. Stay back. Listen for the claps. Ready? Good. One more time. He's going to be an oak tree. He's an oak tree. All right, put your arms out. Wind starts blowing. Wind starts blowing. You're moving with the point. Oh, you're all over the place, right? Go ahead, move. The wind's blowing. What's the only part of him that's not moving? What? The what? What do they call that part of the tree? The trunk. Thank you very much. All right? His trunk's not moving. Here's my question. Would you rather swing, I'm not making fun of you here, with the little branches or the big trunk? What would you rather hit with? No offense. Would you rather hit with the branches or the trunk? With the trunk. And that's what you got to learn how to do today. So pick your bat up. I want you to get in your stance. I want you to load and stride for me. Load and stride. Go ahead, load and stride. Put your foot down. Get your foot out there. So right here, go like this. Pick it up, put it down. Right there. Keep that knee inside there. From there, remember I asked you the question earlier, what starts your swing? Yeah, okay. Pointing towards the catcher a little bit. See your back knee right now is kind of extending out. Your whole body's going like this. And now when you swing, you have to come up. You did like 4 or 5 balls in a row. All right, so here's what I want you to do. Do the same drill again. This time, instead of going like that, I want that foot squared up. All right, almost up. So when you step in, I want you to step in like this, not like this.
Here.
Okay? Try that again. Same drill. Now point that toe in. Yep. Go. Okay, try it again. Yes.
How's it? Yeah.
Do it again. How'd that feel? You feel a difference?
This is where you get your power from. So that means if you're off balance, you're losing power. If your feet are moving, you're losing power. Okay? So you want to be sure that you're in the ground first. The second place you get power from is momentum. So that's one of the drills that we were doing. I like that. It gets momentum. And it's talking about the weight shift. Okay? But it's not the weight shift. You're not swinging as soon as you step. You're seeing it get down. Okay? And the third place you get is that's where you get your form, your hips, your hands, all of the things that you learn about. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of each of those. And if you guys can pick some stuff up, it's really going to help you, because what I talk about and what I did, I'm a very small guy and I hit a bunch of home runs because I focused on using my whole body together. Okay, so when you're thinking about hitting power, you know, I agree with Kenny, and I grew up with the Ted Williams book. The whole idea of getting a sway is when you stride, nothing moves and you're still high. Okay, and I agree. It all starts with the leg, but you're hitting against this. You're hitting against your front side. So if this front side opens, what happens to my bat? Does it speed up or slow down? That's right. So if you move, this is slowing down. So that's why hitting off the front side, and that goes back to where you get your power from. You guys need to understand this, because once you understand this, you can get your foundation, then you can build up. Okay? So you stride away, get that down. And what I like to do, one of the timing, you can do this any way. And when you stride, you hover, and you get down. I like to, my timing was I put my foot down, and when that front heel goes down, this comes up. And that kind of started my swing. Okay, you see that? Ball is going to be right on the barrel of your bat. Okay? And when you hit it, you guys know what I'm talking about, hitting square, squaring up the ball. What does that mean? Hit it on the barrel. Okay, so what if I hit it on the barrel? How many times you guys hit it on the barrel and you hit it right down the line? Boom! And you're like, yeah, I got a double. Ooh, and the ball hooks. Did you hit that square? No. What's happening there? Yeah, you're coming around the ball. Okay, so what power is focusing on a spot. And so when I hit the ball, if I'm doing this, that ball's coming off the barrel and it's spinning. Okay, so everything after your swing is going to tell you, you've got to be your own coach. You've got to say, what did that happen? Why did that happen? Because you're coming around the ball. You know, I'm just like Coach Joyce
create
was saying,
that rhythm. Get a feel. I want you to get a feel for what it feels like to transfer that weight. Because if you guys don't feel it, you're never going to be able to fix it. Who's the best hitting coach you're ever going to have? Thank you, but it's not me. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. You get my vote for mayor. It's gotta be mayor someday.
Monty, speak up.
Who's going to be the best hitting coach you ever have? I think it's KG. Yourself. You're absolutely right. You are going to be the best hitting coach you ever have because you can feel everything we say. If I sit there and I watch him make a bad swing and I say, hey, you're pulling your front shoulder, unless he feels himself pulling the front shoulder, he can't fix it. So you guys have to feel what it feels like to do it right. The drills that I'm showing you today are designed to show you that. So Brenny, get back in there. Step back with his back foot, load, and then swing. Pretty good right there. Do it again.
First one in a while.
First one in a while. Front foot, back foot.
Right, so you want to put all your weight. So when you get on top of that, you don't want to be falling this way. You want to be putting everything into that. Okay, so think about when you're weighting. You want to think about going into the point of contact. Boy, very good. Balance. It's
Which one is line yourself up with the ball so that when you come back here, get out ahead of the pitch, right? If it's deep in your stance, you're going to hit in that direction, right? So you switch two guys.
No, off the Cardinals. So leave it from down here. They kept saying that, you know, he hadn't played, he'd been hurt, and his timing was off. And you know what Barry Bonds told him right before the game? You're late getting your foot down. So against that guy, he went out there and just did this. Early. Home run. This game's easy. Get set up in your stance. All right, now, when you go to get on your legs, I just want you to do me a favor. Just pinch your knees in a little bit, pinch them in a little bit, right there. So now, when you load back, keep that back. See how my back knee's staying inside my ankle? Right now, your back knee's going out here. Now look at my body right now. See how it's going down? So that when you're swinging, you're coming up and out.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Which just causes you to... So I want you to just pinch that knee a little bit so that when you go back, see how I'm standing, my shoulders are staying level?
Yeah.
All right, try that. All right, just pinch that back knee a little bit.
Good job.
Far back you should go when you load. It's more of a timing mechanism and a feel than it is actually a distance. I should go back far enough that allows me time to be able to get my front foot down to gain resistance with that heel before I actually swing. How many of you felt like on some of your swings today, you actually started your swing before your foot went down in those drills? Be honest, because I saw a bunch of you doing it. But then when you felt that, what did you do on the next one? Did you get it down early? Did you hit a line drive?
Yes.
Whoa, wait a minute. So you're telling me now that you actually coached yourself from one swing to another?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's the best coach you're ever going to have?
You.
Not me. You.
Me.
You. You guys understand that? That's the thing I love about this. I'm watching you guys, and I'm watching the coaches work with you guys. And they don't even have to tell you because some of you guys fixed it without them having to tell you because you felt it. You guys, does that make sense? If you can't game, he does a lot of college and high school games in Maine. That's my brother's strike zone. Okay, my brother's got a real tight strike zone. So yeah, his is about 4 balls wide. Is that really what it should be? No. Anybody want to guess another one? Yes. Let's try 6. Okay, so there's 6. What do you think? Can we go another one?
Yeah.
What's the right answer?
8.
Too many.
7.
7 balls wide. Home plate is actually 7 balls wide. Now, how many people knew that? Okay, now that you think about that, 7 balls wide is what home plate is. So when you're looking to hit, 7 balls wide is what home plate is. I asked my catcher in Double-A a couple of years ago. He actually got to the big leagues with the Dodgers after he got traded. And I asked him for me to hit ball number 1 or ball number 7 with a 0-0 count.
No.
How many of you have done that before? Yeah, it happens, doesn't it? So you get a 0-0 count and you put the first ball you think is a strike in play, and what do you end up doing? Getting yourself out. So we're going to eliminate those balls right there with a 0-0 count. Should we eliminate any more balls with a 0-0 count?
No.
What do you think?
No.
Yeah, I would. I'd eliminate 2 more. So I'd eliminate 2 and I'd eliminate 6. So really, when you get in the box and it's a 0-0 count, I'm looking for balls 3, 4, 5. You ever heard anybody say get a good pitch down the middle of the plate? There it is right there, 3, 4, 5. So when I get up there, I'm looking for a ball in 3, 4, 5, that middle of the plate. If I split the plate into 3 zones, balls 1, 2, and 3 are going to be the inside pitch, or inside part of the plate. Balls 3, 4, 5 is the middle, and 5, 6, 7 is outside. So zone 1 is inside, zone 2 is the middle, zone 3 is the outside. That make sense?
Yeah.
So what zone is this right here?
2.
This is zone 2. What zone is this right here?
1.
What zone is this right here?
3.
Okay, so that being said, with a 0-0 count, I'm looking for balls 3, 4, 5. Something over the middle of the plate I can drive. Let's say the first pitch comes in, and it's a ball that's maybe a 1 or a 2, and I take it for a strike. Who cares? It's strike 1, but guess what? I'm still hitting, right? Did I get myself out like you say you do all the time? No. Did I make that guy look better than he actually is? No, I went like this. Oops. I spit on that pitch. When you load back, when you're ready to load back, how far back should you go? I asked Bryce Harper this question back in 2011. Bryce, when you load, how far back should you load? You know what he told me? About 6 inches. I said, okay, you think it's 6 inches, you think it's a distance. Will Middlebrooks told me, I go back until I feel like I can't go anymore. So for him, it was a feel. Which one of those two was right?
Will Middlebrooks. Middle.
How many thinks Middlebrooks said it better than Bryce Harper? It was Middlebrooks. Here's the deal. This is how far back you should go when you load. It's more of a timing mechanism and a feel than it is actually a distance. I should go back far enough that allows me time to be able to get my front foot down to gain resistance with that heel before I actually swing. How many of you felt like on some of your swings start off? Not really, sometimes you can. But really, location's the one thing that you can pick up as soon as the ball's let go. So you pick up location, you pick up spin, and then eventually you're going to figure out the speed, whether it's a changeup or fastball, depending on when the ball gets to you, right? But if you separate and you're in position to hit, it shouldn't matter how fast it comes. You should be ready to hit every single time. That being said, we're going to work on pitch selection, getting a good pitch to hit. So my first question is, if I was to ask you how many baseballs would fit across home plate, how many balls do you think would fit across home plate? How many balls wide is home plate?
5.
What do you think?
4.
Okay, 4. Let's try it.
No, I say 6.
Here's 4. Okay? Now, my brother's an umpire back in Maine. He does a lot of college and high school games in Maine. That's my brother's strike zone. Okay, my brother's off the pitcher. When do we separate? When he separates his what? His hands. When you're doing toss drills, when the coach brings his arm back, as the coach starts to go back, that's when we start to separate and load. All right, so don't wait till the ball's in the air.
Call the zone out. Call the zone out.
Did that seem easier? How'd that seem right there? Like, when you pulled it, that's why you have to jump. The ball looked like it slowed down. You actually see it?
That was middle, right? Is that 3, 4, 5? Bad. There it is.
Aim for strikes now. Everything's game, right?
Think about your swing. It's just like how he got here today. He doesn't get in the car and go, okay, I got to start the ignition. I got to make sure that I check here and do all this. He just does it. He's been driving for a lot of years.
At least
a lot
10.
Of years.
Yeah.
A lot of years, okay? So don't get in a situation where you get in the batter's box and overthink, all right? Now, a couple other things, and then I'm going to let Greg take over. I've been very fortunate to be part of 3 organizations. The San Francisco Giants recently, the Toronto Blue Jays, and I was part of the Florida Marlins back when the Florida Marlins first started out. My first World Series ring was in 1997 with the Florida Marlins. My last 3 have been with the Giants. I've been in 4 World Series as a minor league staff member. My teams have gone to the World Series 4 times. I've won 4 World Series rings. My minor league teams that I've been coaching have gone to 4 finals. in the Eastern League. Don't do that.
What I love about these guys is they're like you. They grew up here in the cold. 10 below in January, 5 in the cage, trying to get better. You guys have played at Youngsville, right? Nice field, good lights, great concessions. How many of you played at Youngsville? This guy played at Youngsville. Grew up in Manchester. You guys love the home run ball, right? How many home runs do you have in Little League? None. None. I love that story because Greg didn't hit home runs in Little League. He went and worked hard when no one was watching, kept getting better, kept getting better, kept getting better. By the time he was a junior in high school, he was mashing. By the time he was a senior in high school, UMass wanted him to play. After 3 years at UMass, he drafted by the Padres. When I say the guys who make it and are successful in high school, college, and pro ball are working hard when no one's watching, and that was him. So he's like you. That's why I say you guys can